you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Freezing Vibrations, episode 12. And there's no reaction for this video just because, compared to the manga, this episode wasn't as good. Not a bad episode by any means, but it's just not as good as the manga, and watching it, I kind of didn't really react to anything. Like if I put a reaction here, it would have just been me going like this the whole time because compared to the manga, it just wasn't as good. And as a reader of the manga, I can't just ignore the information that I already know. It's and I can't help but compare it. So because I know how the arc is, I know how the content is actually supposed to be done, and they're not doing it the way it's supposed to be done. So it's hard to not compare it to that. But because of the way the episode was, I'm not going to talk about every detail. I'm just going to talk about the important parts. So this should be a relatively quick review compared to past reviews. But the main things in this episode focus on Chiffon. She's using Maria Lancelot's weapon, that Antinova thing. That's from Maria Lancelot, and she decides that in order to defeat Amelia slash the Nova, she will have to go all out. So the things on her back, there's more of them grow out. Her arms connect to them, and she gets one of those gem things on her chest, and she blocks one of the beams that the Nova shoots at the generator. So she's definitely impressive. That much is obvious. She's fighting a Nova on her own. That's clearly impressive. The only problem is that she was more impressive in the manga. She just was. Everything was better in the manga. She had that talk with Amelia. That was better in the manga too, because in the anime, the pacing was just, oh my god, it was so slow. Plus, they had this music playing in the background. They had this light colored background where it made it look like they were facing each other, talking to each other, when in reality it was more like a telepathic conversation, not like they're seeing each other and talking directly to each other. Just the mood was completely different. In the manga, we still saw like the Nova, the stuff going on. You still got the sense of danger, but here they kind of just eliminated all of that and made it kind of this soft type of moment, which was not the case in the manga. So it's just not nearly as good as the manga. And even Chiffon's fighting in the manga was more impressive because if I was to look back on her fighting in the anime, I don't really remember anything other than like her shooting those beams and blocking the blast from the Nova. Like that's all I remember. And then in the manga, she was just much more impressive. They made it look like she was more impressive. And it helps that the situation was completely different because with all the Maria Lancelot clone like things that Scarlett O'Hara had made, the stuff going on with them, the stuff going on with the other Pandora, that stuff was completely different in the manga too. For example, Roxanne and her girls were not outside. They were still inside waiting for orders the entire time, and then the Maria Lancelot clones busted inside, and then that's when they were wondering what to do. That's when the Maria Lancelot clones busted inside. So they're like, oh, well, here's something to do. So they beat them. Then they go outside. As soon as they go outside, then they see the Nova there. Then they're right behind Satella and Rana Kazuya, who, again, did pretty much nothing. And Chiffon, and Chiffon's limiter, whose name I don't remember. But, it's just the entire situation was different in the manga. It's just better in the manga. I recommend that you guys read the manga to see how this is actually supposed to be done. This arc finishes around chapter 90 something. Don't exactly remember. It was 90 something. You'll probably have to start relatively early though, because there is the arc in Bali, but Yeah, I would recommend reading the manga to actually see how this arc is supposed to be done. But yeah, to end this off, Amelia ends up turning into a bomb because she got mad at what Chevalier does, and her way of making them pay is to do something that is much, much worse than what Chevalier was doing. Chevalier was sacrificing them in order to help humanity in the future. And should they have been sacrificing them? No. But Amelia is trying to destroy not only Chevalier, but she's also trying to destroy the Pandoras that helped her. The Pandoras who are innocent have nothing to do with the situation at all. The E Pandoras who are still alive. um, but and if she did actually destroy the generator, she would just killed a bunch of other people in Alaska too, who aren't Pandora, who aren't even affiliated with Chevalier. She would have killed innocent people. So when you think about it, Amelia is a piece of crap. To put it simply, she's a piece of crap. She's much worse than Chevalier. All right, and Elizabeth sucks for even letting her get to that point. All right, Elizabeth should have just did what Charles did. She should have done what Julia did. Same with Cassie Lockhart. They all should have just obeyed their orders, did what Chiffon told them to do, and the situation wouldn't have gotten out of hand like this. Okay, the Mabley's business would not be doing as badly as it is either. Um, but enough with Elizabeth. Just to finish off Elizabeth, because I really don't want to talk about her because she sucks. But she ends up leaving, which is a good thing, good riddance. She leaves to go to go take care of Andre because he's blind now because he sacrificed his sight in a battle that literally meant nothing. That battle with Charles literally meant nothing. Winning that battle got them nothing. Like it literally meant nothing. He sacrificed his sight for no reason. He said he didn't regret it, but that's a lie because he sacrificed his sight for no reason. All right, he because Elizabeth won. That's good enough for him. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a bold-faced lie. All right, but whatever. This review is much longer than I intended it to be. Um, yeah, the episode ends with Amelia exploding, Chiffon protecting everybody, then her dying. That was the cost of her. She phrases it as she paid the price for the sins of humanity. Um, and turns out that Rattle is still alive. Turns out that Amelia ends up surviving somehow. Um, all of them are healed. Amelia somehow is completely healed, has her red hair back and everything. Rattle's healed. Um, Scarlett O'Hara is not healed though; she's alive. But and they didn't mention this in the anime, but in the manga, it's revealed that she needs to have her legs amputated. So that's a little factoid for you. Mark Spencer, Secretary Spencer, he's been arrested for his role in the Pandora project, which again he made himself the villain in order to help humanity. He isn't actually a good guy, so it's a shame that he's taking the fall for everything. But whatever. Um, I feel bad for Char. If there is a season three, which I'm honestly not sure if I want a season three because number one, the arc that comes after this kind of gets kind of crazy towards the end. It's just kind of not interesting. It's kind of boring in the middle. it gets it's interesting in the beginning. It's kind of interesting at the end. Well, it's not done yet, but I'm just gonna say it gets interesting at the end. But there's this huge gap in the middle where it's just pretty boring, or it's just literally like nah, I won't say anything. But the point is that the anime would probably just make it even worse. So I'm honestly not sure if I want a season three, but if there is, then Char will be relevant. But the big news to come out at the end of the episode is Taisi trying to become the next president. She has this little moment with Chiffon, which was a pretty nice moment, and she cuts her hair. Chiffon leaves her with her hair ties, and Taisi cuts her hair and pretty much models her hair after Chiffon. Um, and that's the end of the episode. Um, it's kind of weird how they turn Chiffon's death into a happy thing. Like it's almost a good thing she died. No, because Chiffon's a good character and everyone likes her. I'm not happy that she died. I don't know why they tried to make it into a happy moment, but whatever. Overall, just give the episode a 6 out of 10 because was when compared to the manga, it wasn't really that good at all. It was really slow pacing. The mood was changed completely in different points in the episode, especially with the talk that Chiffon had with Amelia. It was just an okay episode when compared to the manga. If that, I should be giving it a 5.5 or something. But I'll just settle for giving it a 6. And for the season overall, I'll give the season a 6 out of 10 as well because they completely screwed up the manga. They messed up everything. The stuff in the manga they changed. Plus they added in stuff that wasn't in the manga. Plus they took an arc that happened before this and put it in the middle of the ongoing arc. It was just craziness. All right, just didn't make any freaking sense at all. They ruined the arc. They ruined the Bali arc as well. They ruined the season. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10 because there were some enjoyable moments in it too. All right, but that's it for now, you guys. This final episode of Freezing Vibration gets a 6 out of 10, and the season overall gets a 6 out of 10 as well. That's it, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.